Welcome to another video. This is an emergency upload alert video. I did just load up on this penny stock. Has a very nice setup on the chart, trading at $1.24. Guys, make sure you drop a quick like for me on the video if you are enjoying this content. But this is a $1 penny stock with a $300 million revenue producing company that just did $80 million in revenue with $42 million in net income. Amazing margins after they were losing, $20 to $40 million each quarter. They are turning around and pretty much disrupting this entire industry that they are creating, or have been in business for 30 plus years. Actually, something to realize, they just appointed a new CEO, the most qualified CEO that I've seen for a penny stock out of any other plays I've pretty much covered on this channel, or at least one of the top CEOs we've ever seen. So we're going to talk about that one, but keep in mind, they just got this record margin improvement as they just revamped their entire management team. But how are they achieving this turnaround success and aggressive improvement this quickly? Well, they just revamped their entire management team, bringing on 3 new members from VMware, which VMware is a $60 billion company before it got delisted. So the new CEO had a significant leadership role at VMware. The new CMO and the new CRO are also from VMware and had very strong track records while at the company. Is setting up a nice reversal on this chart. Does have a very nice gap to fill all the way to $2.40. And we're going to talk about that very soon. They're the enterprise leader in digital customer conversations in a very similar sector to SOUN, SoundHound AI, as well as VH AI. They do have some very nice AI solutions with customers, including HSBC, which is a $150 billion company, as well as Chipotle, which is a $75 billion company. Entire management team and executives are more than qualified for the job. And you have to look at some of these, as we will discuss more in the video, but these are just a few. The chief accounting officer held senior finance and accounting roles at CrowdStrike Holdings, a $55 billion company, as well as Stripe, which is a $100+ billion company. The chief product and technology officer served for over a decade as general manager and senior vice president of product and engineering at New Relic, and led the company's engineering organization and new product development during a period of hypergrowth from $5 million all the way to $850 million in revenue. Not only that, guys, look at this CEO. We're going to talk about the CEO and how he is one of the most impressive CEOs with his track record. Keep in mind, he started his career, this is just how he started his career, as a captain in the United States Army. Has a very nice track record we have to talk about. But looking at the chart, we are holding over this key $1.20 resistant level, which is very key right here. We are holding over it right now. Next stop is this $1.50 resistance wall. And then we do have a very big gap to fill from $1.75 all the way to just under $2.40. So this is ticker LPSN, LivePerson Inc., trading on the NASDAQ. Now, LivePerson bridges the gap between the legacy call center and the digital-first, AI-empowered customer experience of the future. Their award-winning technology and their team is making some nice improvements, which is basically saving 30% plus reduction in operating costs for a lot of big name businesses. Keep in mind, they do have some very big name clients and customers, but something you have to look at right here, guys, LPSN, something very big right here. So they did $400 million in revenue for 2023, but they did lose $100 million. So very nice revenue, but lost $100 million. So looking at something that improved very significantly with their last financials, you can see they were losing $35 million the quarter before this one that just came out, but they actually had $42 million in record net income. Now, is this because we have this new CEO and this highly qualified team that is turning around this company? That's exactly what it looks like. You can see they lost $40 million 2 quarters ago, lost $53 million a quarter before that, and like I said, just did $42 million in net income with just under $80 million in total revenue. Keep in mind, you always add 3 zeros to these numbers. On their balance sheet, you can see they have $145 million in cash, sitting at a $100 million market cap with $700 million in total assets. So that's very key right here. A tiny $100 million market cap with those margins and profitability, as well as some massive revenue numbers and capabilities. This is looking very good. Looking at the CEO, before LivePerson, he served as Chief Customer Officer of VMware, where he led the company's 7,000 personal global customer success organization, growing revenue to $1.3 billion and overseeing customer experience for more than 350,000 customers. Previously, John served as Chief Customer Officer of Splunk, where he oversaw customer experience for Splunk's more than 18,000 customers and a revenue stream of over $950 million, as well as being the Chief Operating Officer of GE Digital, where he led operations and oversaw strategy, go-to-market, and technology infrastructure. You can see he started his career as a captain in the United States Army and has held executive roles leading commercial operations and strategic initiatives. As the new CRO, the Chief Revenue Officer, previously she led VMware's, which was a $60+ billion company, led VMware's $10 billion partner ecosystem and commercial business, as well as served as Executive Vice President and General Manager at both Rackspace and HERE Technologies, and held leadership positions in digital transformation, business transformation, and sales at Cisco for over 15 years. Just based off of this management and the people running this company, it is extremely undervalued, as well as, looking at the fundamentals. And I'm very excited to see what they achieve, as I do like what they're doing. And I do like all the setups. This is a good setup in my honest opinion, guys. But keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just showing you my trading ideas and that alone. But it has led multiple outcome-based go-to-market models that transformed how organizations sell, partner, deliver customer value, and achieve above market growth and scale. Leadership positions at Cisco for 15 years. You can see Cisco is a $200 billion company. So I already talked about this briefly in the intro, but you have the Chief Product and Technology Officer that served for over a decade as General Manager and Senior Vice President of Product and Engineering at New Relic, and basically under being the engineering manager, led the company's engineering organization and new product development during a period of aggressive hypergrowth, growing the revenue from $5 million all the way to $850 million in revenue. So that was very nice growth for their Chief Product and Technology Officer. You have the Chief Customer Officer. Over the past 2 decades, Meeks has led winning customer-centric organizations at high-growth companies, including building, scaling both pre-sales and customer success team. Most recently served as Senior Vice President Customer Success at VMware. Like I said, this $60 billion company, where he led a 1,400 person global success organization. And during this time period at VMware, he achieved annual recurring revenue of over $4 billion and double-digit improvement in gross retention rate. So they're building a legacy team right here to really lead this company and make them an industry leader, it looks like. So just looking at some of their board of directors, they have Jim Miller, former Chief Technology Officer of Wayfair Inc. Now, Wayfair Inc. is pretty much a $5 billion company. Keep in mind, you can go on their website, liveperson.com, and look at, go to about and look at leadership. And all these people have some very nice job history and track record, like I said. So that is something to look at. Now, guys, there is a concern. Do have some warrants that can be exercised at 75 cents at this price, as this one is trading at $1.20 plus. So the OS will increase based off that. I think around 10% at the most, based on what I read. But that is one concern. But either way, the company is growing very rapidly, does have this team, is fixing margins at least for this last quarter. Really want to see how the last quarter looks to see if they continue to to improve on this. The live person signed 37 deals in total for the second quarter, consisting of 28 existing and 9 new customers, including one 7-figure deal. So that's really nice to see. The price right now at 12:20 p.m. is trading at $1.21. Really needs to close over this 120 cent level and would be very bullish in my opinion, but still has a lot of room for growth. Now, one thing to look at is they did just ring in compliance organically, holding over the $1 mark for 10 consecutive trading days. But they, last thing I looked on one of their filings, they are awaiting a, company hearing at the NASDAQ panel regarding their stockholder equity. That was back when their financials came out, so we could see an update on this. Now, that's the only concern, but could get a PR showing that they regain compliance organically. Could see another nice move based off of this one, but I am in this one myself. Like I said, do think we could see some upside. Really do want to see a close over this 120 cent level, and that would look pretty good. But keep an eye out for a compliance PR if they have no other issues with their stockholder equity and stuff like that, and that is fixed. So that is, concerns are the warrants, and they did lose compliance, but it looks like they can potentially regain compliance based off of this, and we could get a PR as long as there are no other issues regarding their compliance requirements. Something to look at with this company, they do have this massive balance sheet with $700 million in total assets, with $145 million cash on hand, looking very good. But one negative, they do have $637 million in total liabilities, most of this being long-term debt. But one positive, if their margins do continue to improve, they can start paying this down and fix this issue or work on it. Because they, like I said, you can see the new CEO took over in January of this year, and is somehow, we'll have to see how next financials, if they stay this profitable. But that's looking very good, at least for this last quarter. Ever since the CEO has taken over, it looks like margins have continued to improve, especially this last quarter jump. You can see the EPS went from negative 0.04 to 0.47, a very big nice increase. So that's something to look at the next quarter to come out. Will they stay this profitable? If so, that is very nice, because revenue was down, but margins went up like crazy. So LPSN is one on high watch, does have a lot going on, guys. Should have a new video out tomorrow, I believe. Let me know in the comments what you think about this play and any other plays you're watching, and I will see you on the next video.